Okay, well, look, I never ever have anyone in Humdrum, but I have to have you this time. Because I want you to feature a hat in a minute, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. The Rocky Horror Show, which probably sounds, again, old news to you, especially this album, has taken off in such a big way over the last, say, 2 to 3 months, due to the fact that Fame was released as a movie. And have you seen Fame?
No, I haven't. I haven't even seen the Rocky Horror Show because...
You've never seen the Rocky Horror Show?
No, I mean, in Los Angeles, it's become a cult thing here, right? And it's become a cult thing all over the world, especially in America, where they have 12 o'clock midnight showings and everyone turns up in full outrage.
Right.
I'd love to go to one, and you offered me a chance to go next week in Melbourne, and I might take you up on that.
Okay, well, listen, all I'm saying is that it features in Fame as a sequence, right?
Yeah.
And within Fame, there's a star that's come out of it, Irene Cara. Have you heard her sing?
Yeah.
Do you like her?
I didn't like the single very much, no.
Didn't
it's
like
the sort
Fame?
of film... I haven't seen Fame, no.
No, I mean, did you like the single, though, Fame?
No.
No? Well, we did, actually. Anyway, I liked it so much. I sort of, when I was in New York last time, I did an interview with her.
Okay.
I caught her up with her in a New York street, and she looked so stunned. And it was one of those sort of very in-depth Molly Meldrum interviews, you know?
Yeah. A lot of that going on.
Nothing like that at all. Let's go to Irene Cara, if you don't mind. Miss Irene Cara, welcome to Australia, welcome to Countdown, and, well, what else can I say?
Hi.
You must be so happy about the way Fame has gone.
Very happy, yes.
Right, now tell us how you sort of, like, the two songs, like Fame itself, which is the title track, a big song, and it's become a huge hit. How do you feel about that now that it's up in the charts like it is?
I just hope that my own album will do as well.
Right. Now tell us about how you came to sort of get in the film, and how long the film took, etc.
Well, we filmed last summer. It took 6 months. I've been working since I was a child and basically a show kid. So I was asked to see Alan Parker, and I read for him. And I was cast even before they heard me sing, even though they knew I was also a singer.
Right, but not only did you have to sing and sort of read lines, but you also had to dance as well.
I had one dance audition, yes.
Yeah. Now, as far as the film is concerned, with so many films coming out, were the cast and were you surprised that it was so successful? And it is still successful.
Yes, I was surprised. I knew that it would be promoted well because of the people involved and Alan Parker, our director, having a previous hit with Midnight Express. But you never know how big it's going to be, you know. I just kind of knew that it would be done well and promoted well. But you never know how it's going to be received.
Well, the film itself has been a sort of an inspiration to up-and-coming artists. How true to life do you think that film is for people that are struggling to get into the show business circles?
Very true to life.
Yeah?
Especially very true to the school.
I mean, is it a hard life, do you think, in New York to sort of break through to the big business? I mean, you've been in New York most of your life. You've had a lot of great parts, but I mean, is it that hard?
Yes, you have to keep at it, and I think there's no better place than New York to start and to learn and to, you know, study.
Well, there you go. That was Irene Cara. You must go out and see more films. I mean, that one's...
I go out to see films. I hate musicals.
Yes? Well, I mean, like the Rocky Horror, you'll love.
Yeah,
right?
I'd like to see that, actually.
We'll
yes.
go out and see it.
Yeah.
All right, Dire Straits, we've been talking about it all night, making movies.
Good album.
I thought I'd reviewed this before. I reviewed, actually, the EP single. This is a great album, and so do yourself the favour. I won't go on with it because it's already sort of climbing high on the charts. Great album. The Steely Dan, I mean, like, this
It's a real
session...
bore, and it's cost $1 million to make.
I think this album's great.
It's the worst album they've ever made.
I quite like this album,
Yeah.
and again, do yourself a favour, have a listen to it, and
Drop Dead.
Drop Dead. Would you like to do one of the live... Oh, David
No,
Bowie.
let me... Listen, I've always had a reputation of slagging David Bowie off. This is a fantastic album. It's called Chameleon. Has Heroes, Boys Keep Swinging, Diamond Dogs, etc., etc. It's on the Schlop label or whatever it is, one of those TV-type albums. But it's a great, great album. And David Bowie, the best of David Bowie, and it is very good stuff.
Very good. And the Easybeats. Have you ever heard of the Easybeats?
Of course I have heard of
Well, what do you think of the Easybeats?
I think they're fantastic. This is doing very well, this album, right?
Yes, it's a compilation album going right back.
Vandra and Young, mate.
65 to 69, including Friday on My Mind. And we're going to talk to the Easybeats. Well, we'll talk to Easybeats next year, probably. But we're going to feature a track from this album, Sorry, and this is one of the best, in fact, the best Australian group ever to come out of the country, I reckon. Oh. Yeah. Right, there's confusion in the studio. Could I just have this, please? Don't toss it along like that. This hat, what is this?
This is all the right Urban Cowboy Film of the Year. Because the album sold the film. This was thrown on stage by somebody. And
It's said on the album, you say sit down.
good evening, howdy, partner. Yes. It's called a 58-gallon hat.
A fan gave you that.
They threw it on stage, yes.
So even the fans are getting out of hand.
I know, they are really.
And that's ridiculous. Now listen, talking about being not ridiculous, your album itself, the latest one,
yes,
has had great success.
Yes.
You must be very happy with that. A track called Dear God. Well, tell us about it.
Oh, well, this is about the 15th track of the album. No, it's two singles we put out. One with Dear God on it, and the B-side is an instrumental I wrote for the Football Association in England. How interesting. The other tracks on the single, there's another single with Steal Away Child, which is a song off the next album.
I mean,
But not off the next album, off the next album sessions, and Love So Cold. So it's like two singles nearly for the price of one, I hope, if they've done it in Australia correctly.
Right, well, earlier on today...
Desperate I am.
Right. Earlier on today, you performed this in the studios.
Yes.
So would you like to intro your own track?
Well, this is a tired old tart singing a plea for sanity in the world today, Bernard.